Hello everyone, in this video I'm going to show you how to update data in database. Okay, so this video is can you from delete database in delete data in database. Okay, and you can also learn select and show data in form, create route for update data, or update data in database table. Okay, so please look my previous video that talk about delete data from database, and already we have created. Let me show you. Yes, for example, I want to delete this one. Yeah, so if you did not look at my previous video, maybe in this video you will have a problem. Okay, so please move it back and see how to delete data and how to create form like this. Okay, so in this case I just create one link here for update, like for example the same as delete, but when I click update on this column it will show the data, and I change something and then I click update. So let me change it. Okay, so let's go, we will go to resource and customer list. Yes, I just add one link here, just copy it and paste in here. I type here updates, and here is edit. So I save it and refresh it. Okay, as you can see, so when I click this I will show the data in form, and then I have the submit button for update the data. So let me design one form called customer edit .let.php, and we design one form. So form action and the method post, that's right, input text and name is IDs and placeholders input IDs. Okay, so I use br, and then I copy this one, pass it. So my here input type text is name and placeholder is name, and here is genders, and my input is genders. Here address, placeholder address. Okay, we use one submit button. We in here we put updates and type here submit. Okay, let me add token cf. Okay, let me save it, and now we create one route. So when we click this, okay, we create one route for this to get the data from database where ID equal this number. So let's go, we go to route web.php and create here. So in this one we call edit, and I have one function is show data. So we go to controller, customer controller, and create one function is called show data. So I save this one, I go to controller, let me check, okay, yes. Now I create one, I just copy from this, sorry, copy and pass it. So the function here is show data, and we get the ID. So ID here, and sorry, okay, save it, and then in here we change to find. So we find what? Find ID, okay, and we return to view called customer edit, okay, and we pass the key parameter, the key here is customer, and data value here, okay. Let me save it, and I come back to my let.php customer edit, and we show, okay, I show, let me hide this one, the ID should be hidden, okay. So in here we put value, let me show it first, okay. The value, so the last customer in here, I this, I copy and pass here. Let me change here name, genders, and address, okay. So this value is come from this function, okay. I mean that we select data from table customer. Here you can see, here my table from table customer, and then we pass all data to the variable data, and we pass the data through this key to view customer edit, okay. And here I show all the data in the text box here, okay. So let me refresh it, so I click on this one, okay, you can see, so the data show like this. Now I want to write another function for update all the data, like for example I want to change the name like Ranish T, okay, you can change it. And in this case we need to hide the ID, okay. We don't want to allow anyone to see the ID in here, so let me hide it. So we hide the ID, hidden. Let me refresh it, okay, it's high. And now I create one function for update the data. So let me copy in this one, and this, the function is edit, okay. And then in this case we get data from the form, so we need to use the request, and then Okay, data. Let me delete this and I write data ID. So data ID and mean here, right? Sorry. Data equal customer finds rate ID. Okay, and then data names equal request and name here. So let me copy this and pass here. So here genders, and here genders, address, address. Okay, and then data we use function save. Okay, and here we redirect to list. Okay, let me save it. Okay, now we create one route for this function. We go to web.php again and I copy this. So the function in here called edit, but we use the method is pause, and we execute function edit. Let me save, and we copy this to put the action, okay, in customer edit.blade.php on form action and pass here. It means that when we click update, it will execute this route. Okay, we go to this route, and this route will execute this function in customer controllers. Okay, so let me refresh it. We go to list, refresh it, and we update this one. Let me change this and I save it. So maybe let me check. I go to my customer edit here. Okay, just add this and I refresh it again. So let me go to list. Okay, I just want to edit this row and then I change to this data sans. Okay, it is because we don't have the update ad in Laravel. It's automatically have the update ad. Okay, so you need to the solution you can create the column, one more column here is update ad, but if you don't want to create it, you just config a little bit in model. You can go to models, customer, and you just write public add timestamp, okay, equal files. Okay, let's save it and refresh it again. So view list is not found. I go to my controller. My function here is redirect. Okay, I change redirect and save it. Let me test it again. I move to list, refresh it, and I want to change this. Let's T's. So update it. That fine, you can see here is alert have been updated. Let me update on Jamie, like to Mr. James. Update it. Okay, that's fine. Yes. So it is very easy for creating update. Okay. So that's all for my presentation, and we'll see you in the next video. Thank you for watching.